those people. And what happens is a consequence. One of the things, even before we get to Super Kaswende and Nairobi, is your finances are affected. I cannot remember a day I ever went out drinking silly, and the following morning I did not regret how I used my money. Unajua kuja usiku mzima, then Sunday ndio unakumbuka ujalipa rent. Ngoja jana, nilisita tu. Today, any woman who is in my life, who is not my wife, there is a meeting that I cannot go for with them. I cannot take them out on a date, because dates are expensive. So if I take somebody out for a date, I'll spend a lot. True? But because that space for me is not seeking anybody else to feel, it is not an expense on my part. The day as a man, and more so as guys who are in the public limelight, the day you decide to engage in drugs, you are trying to cut an identity that is informed as a result of the feeling that people get from using drugs. That means you are leaving your identity, which is Sankara. Unaacha Sankara hapa. Unataka kuona Sankara akikunywa cocaine kadogo anakaaje. So you are leaving the original guy here, which has a cost implication and subsequently a financial implication on your life. Which, let's not now go and talk about the cost of maintaining that lifestyle that you acquire. So what am I trying to say? That as a man, when you get your identity right, you don't need approval from anybody. I don't need to be high for me to be able to stand before people. Ndio nipate ma confidence. Ndio unasema ngoja nichape mbili nipatie ni boost confidence, ndio? Nikisimama mbele ya watu tuweze kuongea. But if I know who I am, do I need to drink? Kwenda kuchukua simu gani na mavijana siku hizi tunatumia? Sihitaji. Which has a financial implications on you. And not forgetting then the lifestyle implications that will come with it. So I know, and I hope that by the time we are done with this thing, I'll tell you one of the things that I struggled personally to overcome when I was actually getting to know my identity, is the fact that I had made my identity to be boosted by vehicles. That's your GM here. Got my first cartridge. So na imagine akiwa kwa 25 hizo enzi na unaendesha Toyota Crown. Siko tu sawa. Sio hata mjaoa. So what happens? My identity is defined then by the car coming. I want you to always see me driving that car because I think it boosts what you see of me. Am I making sense? Until one time life happened and I did not have a car. Then I went into depression. And nikakaa kwa nyumba nikapumzika tunuku. Why? Because my lifestyle has changed. I was driving a TX. I don't have a car. So I think how to bridge in this gap is to keep myself high. And in the process of keeping myself high, there's a financial implication. So some of the things may look very good, but they are bad when the purpose that they serve in your life is above the convenience they should be bringing in your life. Sasa singetoka kwenda kumitwa State House. Kwa sababu alikuwa amezoea kuniona gari kubwa. Sasa hizi sina. Watasemaje? Nipita unaanza kusoma. So I believe in my homework for today. If you don't even get anything else, I want you to affirm to yourself that you are enough. That you don't need those likes on social media. With or without them, you're okay. You know, they say that the effect, I'm sure most of you have watched this documentary that showed the effect that social media has had, mainly Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. It came out like 2 or so years ago. You watched it, eh? And they say it triggers some excitement that is also triggered by drugs, people who are on drugs. So if you get more likes, it's the same kind of an effect that you get when, it's the same kind of a high you get when you take drugs. But you don't need that. You need to understand where you are enough. If you're in school, you are enough. You're just a cool guy. You don't need verification or validation from anybody. Then that way, as a man, you are able to look at your finances from a very objective point of view. Then now we can get into financial planning, personal financial planning. How do you plan your life as a man? So we're going to run about a few steps that are important for you to organize your money around. Now, personal financial planning, or planning, basically is the alignment of available resources to meet predetermined obligations. It is the alignment of available resources to meet predetermined obligations. What are some of the obligations we have? Financial. Transport cost, food, shelter, clothing, communication. Your phone needs to have airtime. What else? Yeah? Black tags. Oh, okay, CDF, plan ile ya kijamii. And also helping out. Sometimes you meet somebody on the streets. One of the decisions I was challenged by somebody to make last year is that at times when you meet a man who is telling you he's 18 at 54, and you can see this guy is not seem to anaenda kukunywa na. So there's a way you can tell as a man, don't ask too many questions. Kwani tuani ya kufanya nini? Lakini labda umseme kamta au amehustle hajapata kitu. Hiyo sondo itamfikisha tu home. At least aingie kwa nyumba. Najua akiwa kwa nyumba at least he's safe. So it is available resources to meet obligations that will occur. Now, some of the obligations that you are supposed to meet are more priority than others. That is why it has to be a deliberate decision to align